Yeah, I think everything is working clearly. So what happened was that like my electricity just went out, and I promise you guys I didn't. It's upcoming, right? Okay, okay, we are live. So what happened is that the electricity just went out, so my Wi-Fi got cut off, and nothing worked. So what I did was the only thing that I did here was that I went through some Python docs. Yeah, so I went through Python docs and figured out uh, this length of this thing. KLMNO, this is a random string. This is not ABCD, HIJK. That's not it. This is a random string, and this is what I found out. I feel like this function void fun 30. This is what creates our serial key. I'll show you because the void fun creates fine. It returns something. Fine, void fun returns something. Where are we calling this function again? We're calling this function a stack. We're calling this function here inside the entry point. After entering the username, we're calling this function. Cool. So a stack 219 plus 1 is what 2 equal to, okay, fine. We're giving two parameters, a stack 219 plus 1 and a local 118. Local 118 is our username, and is our username, whatever we give is the local 118. What? Print of serial key. F gets. Is F gets used? So I guess this function is, oh, fine. I think I figured it out. How to write it. Name. Username is this. Serial key cannot be numbers. Somehow they're creating this. Somehow they're creating this. And they're returning. Nothing is returned. So what? We are calling this function again. Here. Local 10, fine. Local 10 has nothing. 31Z0. Mem set local. MZ restart 219. MZ restart 116. Fine. We submit our username. Print of username. F gets a stack. Okay, fine. This F gets is what takes in our username. I guess that's how things work. Where is the F gets? Yeah, gets. I think F gets. There is no other function to F gets. Current files, file stars, and F gets proc near jump CSL gets mid gets. I don't know what's happening, but what I think, what I think is this function is what creates like this. Then only we are calling get serial key. Fine, 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 cool. I don't know what's happening, but we'll see. F gets easy. How long have you been swimming? Let me see. 1 hour 36. Okay, fine. It's not a big deal. We'll solve this. This is a function a stack 219. Fun 1 doesn't do anything. Print of serial key F gets the serial key, then string length local 318. Fine. We know that it should be 52 length. Length should be 52. We know that for sure. So let's write it down. Length of the serial key 52. Yeah. SOR equal to F SOR is not equal to 0, and that's minus 1. Fine, fine, we understand. SOR 318, taking SOR 2. What if we do it? Let's see. Let's upload your solution. If you pass, upload you. What the fuck, man? This is it. Okay, fine. Let's read that. Printf serial key F gets if IOR equal to 0. That's it. It's what is it doing? Like string compare. Local 318, local 118. Taking our username and taking our serial key. If both of the serial key and username are the same, then we passed. That's it. We don't have to patch anything. It's a simple stupid function. Why did I spend 1.5 hours? Maybe more, not 1.5 hours. The electricity cutoff was at least 10 minutes. So 1 hour 50 minutes. Let's just say, let's assume it's 1 hour 50 minutes. I spent 1 hour 50 minutes doing nothing. But in my defense, wait, let me wait. Okay, I'm back. But let's talk. What the fuck did I just do? Like, listen. Ah, in my defense, I didn't know reverse engineering. I don't know crap. I don't know how to use IDA Pro, but I at least did some IDA Pro thing. I at least learned how to read assembly, and you guys thought that I'm learning, so fine. And these two things happened. What is the third thing that happened? I learned how to uh, understand the decompiled crap, decompiled explorers. Dogbolt.org is very useful. It's the best tool that you will ever use in your lifetime. I'm thankful for Dogbolt. And yeah, fine, great. F string compare local 318 and local 118. As long as they both are the same. Let's see one more time. Is it some magic? A, A. It's a failure. Why? Can I do this? I don't have anything. Have passed. Why? F. I think when I do slash n, I still don't understand the solution. I think it's just pure luck, I think. Okay, fine. We'll see. Those two things should be the same. And if I do one, it's not working. Let's see. If I do something, it's not working. Why? Why did it work? If IOR is equal to 0, IOR 1 string compare compares two strings local 318. I think local 318 uh, so this function char, it replaces everything with 0 at the end. I think that's it. Is that what this does? Look, let me see. I'll ask ChatGPT because I don't know crap. But let's see, let's figure it out. String length of this, fine. 4 local 30 0, fine. Local 30, let's call it I is equal to 0, I less than I should be less than I over 1. What is I over 1? S over 2. S over 2 is param 1, long param 2. S, it's a char. Okay, fine. We're passing a char as a param 1, and we're passing taking that param 1 and string lengthening it S over 2. So now S over 2 is 50. S over 2 is something. Okay. I over 1. What is I over 1? Int of S over 2. Fine. Oh, I over 1 is this int of S over 2. So this basically means I over 1 is the length of the given input of in serial actual serial key. Fine. Serial key that we enter. It's the length. S over 2 is equal to string length. Fine. We are replacing S over 1. String length of this thing 52 for local 30 I equal to 0, I less than I over 1. What is I over 1? We took I over 1 and we assigned S over 2 to it. So SR2 was if I entered A, it would be 1. String length would be 1. If I entered nothing, string length would be 0. So if I take 0 and if local 30 is less than IOR1, if local 30 is less than IOR1, local 30 equal to local 30 is less than IOR1, this is what happens. Char param2 log plus local 30 equal to param something happens. What does this do? What does this do? I figured out, but I'm using this to understand. So for loop, I teach local 30 IOR1 minus 1 looks like loop over an array IOR1. A pointer input char, pointer output. Let's simplify param1, multiply the input byte by 16, then loop it, then loop bound. This is position dependent amplification. Divide divide the result by 4. Take the remainder modulus, then use the number as syntax into the string, which is a custom basic C. What is this code doing? The loop encodes each input byte into character from custom character using each input byte is multiplied, scaled, and mapped to a new character. It's kind of like custom basic C substitution cipher with extra arithmetic to obfuscate the mapping. I don't know how to spell it. Fine. The output is stored into param2, so it's likely some kind of obfuscated encoding function. How to reverse engineer it? Mental mode, data flow, input, transform it with map to character output, stateless. So if IOR1 is 0, then it will carry inside them, right? Exactly, if IOR1 is the value it's as follows. So the coding now enters. Why this matters? In 7 So if IOR1 is equal to 0, we don't get inside the hence it returns 0 as the param 2 value. Am I right? PC. You're 95% there. Let's tighten up. The key is if IOR1 is the loop doesn't run. So no write happens to param2, but what param2 return depends on the rest of the function, not the loop alone. Oh, fine. Let's give the whole function. This is what it returns. We won't give ChatGPT everything, otherwise it will figure it out and tell us that, yeah, everything is this. I just wanted to see if my thing is done. Boom, that's missing person. It writes a null byte at the end, 0 at the end, and param2 of course. The loop body is kept, but the line param2 sets the param2 to 0. It becomes null, terminated empty. Okay, fine. Oh, fine. This is how we do it. I understand everything. My thing is correct. I didn't use ChatGPT to figure this out. I didn't use ChatGPT to reverse engineer this thing. I just wanted to see if I'm right, and you saw it. So let's go through what I did, what I understand. So the thing is that if you enter username, you take that username before making a serial key. This is the function to make a serial key, right? This is the function to make a serial key. And what happens? We can have two parameters. one should be param1, which is obviously our thing, our username. Second thing would be our serial key, right? Param1 and param2, username and serial key. Fine. What we do is that we take the length of param1. We take the length of param1. Param1, what is param1? Again, param1 is our username. So if we don't give any username, it's counted as zero. Fine. It's zero. It's null value. It's zero basically. You take slash zero. It's a null. It's zero technically. Fine. Zero. We take that zero, and s2 is currently now zero. Then I1 we create another. We are assigning I1. We are assigning this value of this as int to I1. So if s2 is zero, then I1 is zero. Fine. Then s2 is s2 gets reassigned. s2 gets the string length of this string. This is completely random string. Fine. s2 gets, and this is 52. We just talked about this. This is 52, and s2 becomes 52. So then we get into a loop for local. Let's just call it I. I is equal to 0. I less than I1. The loop only works if I is less than I1. Fine. There's no equal. It should be less. It's not. It should be less. So if it's 0, then I1 should be at least 1 in order to run, because I1 should be greater, and local 30 or I should be always lesser, right? That's the thing. And in our case, I1 is 0, and local 30 is also 0. So it doesn't get inside the loop. It doesn't make this thing. Let's keep it as a black box because I don't understand. What this thing does as this thing creates our serial key, and we don't get inside it. Instead, we this let's just take this. This may be char, or this may be unsigned int or something. Let's just not go into it because I don't know. I'm a beginner like you, or if you're a pro, I'm really sorry that I called you beginner. But fine, let's continue. So something unsigned int or something, and param2 plus I1 equal to 0. So technically, we are taking the param2 and we are assigning it 0. Fine. But if we enter something, if this param1, that means our username has a value and it turns to 1, then this thing will execute. Then we have no way to predict this thing, right? We have no way to predict this thing currently. So we can't do it. This thing makes our whole serial key based on our username. So we get our username for every username. If it's unique, we get a unique serial key. That's how things work. If we don't give any serial key, if I don't give any username, it won't go inside the function. So basically, it's assigned as 0, the param2. That means the serial key is assigned as 0. This is the function that creates the serial key. And if this is 0, param1 is 0, param2 is 0, and param1 is 0, then we get in, we pass the test. Why? You might ask. Because here, I1, if string compare, if param1 and param2 are 0 or are equal, then we pass. Why can't I do this? And you might ask, why can't I do this, Alvin? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do 0, 0? Why is it showing failure? Simple answer. If we go inside this function that creates our serial key, char param1 takes in what? Param1 takes in our username, and currently our username is 0. Currently our the string length of the username is 1. That's what is assigned to s2, and I1 becomes 1. And since int of s2, that is 1, and I1 is int 1, and technically this gets into it. We get inside the loop. If local 30 I is equal to 0, I less than I1. 0 is less than 1. So we proceed. This whole stupid function creates a stupid license key or serial key. and we have no way to predict the serial key. So we are technically fucked. That's it. That's all. Maybe we could figure out with this function, maybe we could reverse engineer a key, you know, create a username and create a key. But I don't want to. This is it. This is the whole crack me. I go further. Let's find. Let's just talk. Let's drink water first. Hydrate your brain. Your brain has not too much. Hydrate. Oh, this is my first time solving something in live and actually doing it. Our past few streams were actually really stupid. We didn't do anything. We didn't achieve anything. So really sorry. 1 hour 36. How much time did we stream? 25 minutes, 30 minutes. It's been 30 minutes. It's been 2 hours and we finished a simple difficulty level 1 crack me. Am I stupid? No, of course not. I'm just stupid. Don't think of yourself as stupid. Genius or talent doesn't exist. Person knows bit too much about a specific subject and we call it talent. When I was in the boot camp, I wa- I know HTML, I know React, I know Node.js. I started doing these things when I was 14, 15 during the COVID time. That's what I did. That's what I felt. I was bored. I don't play games. That's what I did. Fine. That was my hobby. And I went to the boot camp. First few weeks were basic web dev. I aced basic web dev. Why? I already know these things. There's nothing new to learn. But still I grinded a bit and did a cool project. Did cool HTML CSS projects and build a Node.js blog app or some stupid stuff. Whatever they asked me, I did twice the work because it's easy. They told me create a Node.js application, create a cookie, and we shouldn't go back. If we log in, we shouldn't go back. Most of the people, what they did is they didn't even use JWT or they didn't use session to do this. They did uh, the only thing that they did was create a cookie or create a flag called true or false. If it's true, we can't go back. If it's false, we can. So if we log in, we take that set local storage flag as true, and we can't go back. There's no going back to login. So those kind of things, I actually build a basic auth system with JWT and stuff, and I work with MongoDB and stuff with Mustache templating engine, Node.js plus Mustache. And those people were like, uh, there was this reviewer who was asking me questions. I didn't say anything. Most of the question he asked was really, really theoretical. I didn't know nothing. Anything about those things. I had surface level knowledge about those things, those theory things. I told him, how did I get that surface level knowledge? By doing it, by fucking around. So I got that fucking around theory and I, tried to smash it. And I tried to roll off it. He realized that too. He asked me to show my project. I did. Then he actually made me pass. He actually passed me. And why? Because I can actually do stuff. I'm good. They think I'm good. Why do you think they think I'm a genius or something? Am I a genius? No. I've been doing this for 1 or 2 years. I've been building super Node.js application for 2 years. I know how to build Node.js application. I built the JWT thing for for a lot of times. I start a project, I build authentication, I leave it. So I build a JWT thing for a long, long time. So I know how to build JWT. I know what JWT is. I know how JWTs work. I know how to build a secure auth system from scratch. That's my specialty. And they think it's a talent. It's talent. No, it's not. If you ask me to build a complex streaming application like Netflix with CDNs and stuff, I can't. because I never did it. I don't know. I can build it, but it will take me much longer time, and I won't be called a genius. Then same thing, geniusness or talent is a scam. I've seen 15-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds coding. Their parents maybe taught them how to code since they were 7. That's why maybe you can't be a mathematician out of the womb. It's not possible. There are You might give examples like what is his name? Aryabhatta. What did Aryabhatta do? I think let's look into it. Let's fucking break this down. How to get humans? What did get in the knowledge of algebra trigonometry scholars? Yes, Aryabhatta was renowned Indian mathematician. Say, wait, second question. What is it? Maths. Aryabhatta's mathematical knowledge, like he came from combination of studying existing Vedic traditions and his own innovative approaches to mathematics. Sanskrit tradition of using letters to represent numbers, asking known for his understanding algebra, arithmetic, and spherical fine. He's also credited. Fine. So he had some knowledge of this thing, mathematics, basic maths, before inventing zero, right? These people spend a lot of time doing something, and eventually they get into a point where they are so good. Suddenly they do something that is so good, and people only take that good thing. They say that he's a genius. How is anybody a genius? They just spend too much time. So you might ask me, Alvin, why are you really stupid at reverse engineering right now? I didn't spend too much time. This is my first time reverse engineering. This is my actual first time reverse engineering. I think I did well. You want your opinions, right? If you think why I didn't do well, you can gladly comment down the video. I would read it. But that's my take on geniuses. I know nobody should care about my take because I'm a nobody right now. Just see. But I'll get somewhere and I'll be somebody else someday. Yeah, that's all. Should we do another CrackMe? What is our agenda? Today's agenda. I wrote down how this stream should go, otherwise we fuck around. Come up with the CrackMe reverse engineer your own code. Let's do that. Total self-reflection, stealing wisdom from 90s. Okay, fine. Let's reverse engineer my code. Let's see what are we getting. Yeah, balance and compare. These are the two pitches that we need to compare. And we succeeded. This is the function that validates. Where is 0 then? 10. Where is not 0? Go here. Simple. Yeah, efficient way to do this. We cracked something on stream. Be so happy I'm so happy. Should we write a stupid I don't think I should. Think I won't try to read me because if a beginner comes here and he's doing this, I think he should be on his own. Otherwise, he shouldn't be reversing. So he should, but he should try harder. That's it. Yes. What is RS? RSS RDF release implementation indication is a web feed. Allows the user application to access updates, website, and standardized computerizable formats such as RSS can allow users to keep track of many different websites in a single news aggregator which constantly monitors sites. Let's ask ChatGPT. Should I? This is not ChatGPT. I'll just use this thing. Don't want you to see my secret stuff. I solved one stream. I know this is a simple thing, but it feels good. Took me how many hours? 2 hours. Not about what? You learned what? You learned. I learned binary and not binary. I learned assembly, and hacking out of expectation. I programmed this. I just prompt engineer this thing to think like George would, so we can answer like that. Don't dissolve. Why do we need this? Whenever I go to the gym, think about coding, think about reverse engineering. I don't know why. I think I feel like whatever I do in my life, I feel like I'm wasting my time. Don't hacking data was read chapter 0 250 buff top then write a secret. Reverse engineering on code gets to find the now my code starts to kill itself. Time to write the malware back. Realize the real code sample of real lines to simple custody. Samsung's like pixel.com. Dynamic analysis only in a VM website to see fake credentials. String at D3 letting manual on for science. And this is actually bullshit. Let me write it down. CrackMe level 2 keys. Let's read some stories. My knowledge. I think English is not my first language. If you might have wanted to be honest. Anjut Talion, this is not fun. I hate medium, but let's go through. Sad pose with a small story about massive ransomware attack caused by Mayhem 2017. It's a story because imagine working in a hospital in UK and one day it's all infamous WannaCry logo on your screen saying that all your files are encrypted. And for getting them back, you need to pay ransom. Otherwise, all your files are done. You can't just decrypt it because they use sophisticated RSA encryption algorithm. Can't decrypt it because it's using normal computers, and so there's no point. Now all the files stake and access patient records. Now everything is getting robbed and broadly led. Early ransomware attack, it didn't stop, but somehow Maverick found the key sets in the code after reverse engineering it and registered a domain efficiently. Perhaps stories like this sound fascinating. Even I got fascinated with hearing how security researchers are always step ahead of bad guys and always come out as heroes. This is just one example that there are countless instances where law enforcement hunt down big ransomware members of the groups like our evil came over the use sandworm, not Petya, Lockbit. I can honestly go on and listen. Liz was arrested and brought to justice. As much of the story fascinates me, it can encourages me to learn how to stop these cyber attacks, how to make the world safe by bad guys who want nothing but money and power. Basically, to learn how to malicious actors work, let's say we use reverse engineering. As we don't have access to the source code, we only have access to binary or execution, and that's all. So I get started reverse engineering. You need to be good at C and assembly. Why? As you might ask, it's because C is the system level programming language and is widely used to write malicious software. So that's why. Although there are other languages that cause similar effects, here we're gonna stick with C. And why assembly? As you might know, assembly is higher level abstraction of machine code and human can read. And in my experience, the best way to learn understand a program is simply to get the binary of it without source code and use some disassembly to disassemble it. And it, you can use any disassembler you want, but in my experience, no disassembler is better than others. Each one has its own pros and cons. Adafruit, Adapro, Kitcha, Hopper, X64, Benzene, and so on. Another thing mentioned is that you can make your own program and compile it and get binary GDB. So another version we use something called CrackMe challenges. I find most newbies or so on college. I really like on college. I should do some on college. Learn something from on college. I did the basic intro, then I stopped. I should get started. Confused by looking at this, you can start off with CrackMe with so I made less start. See, we don't need solutions. I know it gets maybe sometimes I go need solutions too, but I think it's just that you start from very beginner level, then you progress in a linear way. You try to go from 0 to 100 in one go. It's not possible. It is possible, but it takes too much raw dogging. That's take I'll take it. I'll have it all on you at the end of the day. It's not good. That's what I think from my personal experience. So take 0 to 1, then 1 to 100 will be easier. 0 to 1 is most important. 1 to 100 nobody cares. Solutions, unless and until your life depends on it, don't go to solutions. I won't. But from all this, if you want to read books about reverse engineering, secrets of reverse engineering, practical mathematics, cognitive kind. Second thing, now they're pretty good in my opinion. There is you're 17. No, you're 18 right now. So, okay, so I think Malva knows. Intro assembly language, what is the nonsense? Should I read something? DRM. What is reverse assembly? Analysis of language. Viruses, advanced polymorphic and metamorphic defensive strategies, low level software, advanced DOS routing, import address, malicious software. I think we learned all these things under 2 hours because we fucked around too much. Not 2 hours, it took me 3 days. Analysis of malicious system monitoring tools. It's called file system registry, libc only, WinD, WinDB, DBG, data pro. Memory analysis. Haven't gotten into it. Sure, I should. If this was the kind of you know thing that if this is how India engineering colleges in India ranked students, we would be in much better place because a lot of people get into CS and they just mug up everything. They don't know any fuck about what they're doing. And they still get past. How we don't need a lot of CS graduates. We need engineers who can actually do something. I'm not saying that I'm a huge engineer or something, but At least that's my opinion. At least I know some stuffs. Oh, let's jump in. Understand? Fine. See, we learned all these things. We learned all these things. Less than like in a precise manner. This is similar. We did this too. Loop type, look familiar. Practice RE. Answer. I don't have money to pay. So please forgive me. What should we do? Should we write? Should I write some? See, finish. Back. This is how the stream goes. This is my. This is like my chat. If I have a question, I'll ask him, and he will answer. Solve crack me. This is fine. Fine. I love C programming to be honest. No way. I like the syntax and everything. CrackMe is a training wheel stand up. Win again. Malware. See. XOR answer for dummies. This sequence in that has startup entry and he debugging support. He's debugger present. Why teaches malware and patterns API. Hacking tool. Code with Python or Go to. Scans vulnerability service FTP with default paths. What if you pick something really hard? Our dude in the chat says, let's call him Mike. Like Mike said, we should pick something which scares you, right? I have no idea. I don't have deep knowledge in C Last one. We should utilize it. Everyone is hating on it. You said use whatever you have, right? Great question. Here are some projects. Yes, this been talking. Let's go with George Hotstein. Taking inspiration from George's streaming style, here are projects align with this approach. Simple reverse engineering framework tool that can analyze binary files. Citizen chat function, custom explorer. No idea what I'm doing. Play some music. Please stream from now on. Right on the time. Like this. I think we need to play something on the weekend. I'm revealing my whole. Because engineers, TikTok's algorithm. Figure out why your cat videos. This is a good finish it in one stream.
It's all my fault. Made you put down your guard. I know I made you fall. You said you were wrong for me. I lied to you, I lied to you, I lied to you. Can't hide the truth, I stayed with her in spite of you. You did some things that you regret, so bad for you. Cause this house is not at home.
Entering into screen readers. Chain Markov chain regenerate titles like you won't believe. Scrape 100 quickly your fake thumbs. Build a Markov chain to remove coverage. Chain is a mathematical concept that refers to a set of tries create random variables with specific properties. It is defined by transition probability metrics that represent the probability of transitioning from one state to another.
Recommend play my song on the radio. You too busy trying to find that blue ass song. I know my black hair grow and my weed smoke. And I sweat too much on the regular. We gon' let them hits fly, we gon' let it go. Ain't next so
Let me Shazam.
gotta go. I just won a new award for the kid show. By the face, coming up a bag of blow. I'm like, goddamn bitch, I am not a teen choice. Goddamn bitch, I am not a beach boy. With me, make a nigga understand. Oh, got that Hannibal silence of the Lambo. Hit the gas so hard, make it rotate. All my niggas blew up like a propane. All these R&B niggas be so lame. Got a sweet Asian chick, she gon' romance. Time we try to forget who I am, I'll be right there to remind you again. You know me. Just trying to sing in something wetter than the ocean. Faded up a double cup, I'm mixing up the potion. All I wanna do is make that money and make dope shit. It just seems like niggas trying to sound like all my ocean. Everybody knows it, all these niggas know me. Black them up and mixtape, sipping on that codeine. Hold it in my trophies, rolling to my nosebleed. I'ma keep on singing while I'm burning up that OG. All my niggas scared that they make money. Chain around the neck, making sure I'm good at home when I travel. Make a couple million show and I come back to my city. I fuck every girl I know just to walk around with a sound. Try to mattress on the floor, now my shit straight. Eating all day, trying to lose weight. That good sex, so sweat it out. Our best friends will wear it out. Tell you cause you know me. You know me. Try forget who I am. I'll be right there to remind you again. You know me, you know me, you know me. Why don't you shake some?
This is how
Don't you break down, big girl, don't you work some, hold down, don't you hurt down, big girl, don't you shake some, hold down, don't you break down, big girl, don't you work some,
okay, very brief but fine. And let's not. This is how we break down the project. I'm not sure if we can finish it, but let's give it a break down the project. Take care. This is what it has to be. Create a Python product. Take care. 10 seconds. Yeah.
I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited. So darling, get to cabin. So pop it for me. Turn around and drop
We
it
can do this,
for
we
me.
win. This is it. Because I never coded in Python, first of all. And I never taken this, I never did this. I never did anything with audio. It's a plus. Whatever we do in this project is a plus.
Got it if you want it, got it if you want it, take my wallet if you want it. Jump in the Cadillac, girls, put some anything you want, just because. You deserve it, baby, you deserve it all. And I'm gonna give it to you, so you'll be shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on us. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like.
We can. No, I like we can.
That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. Trips to Puerto Rico, say the word and we go. You can be my freaka, girl, I'll be. Nigga try to test me,
It's a photo of I. What are we trying to do? This is our phase one of the project. Create a Python project right here. And we are successful. Let's add something. Okay, we are done. Take 10 seconds audio as how are we gonna do it? I don't know. This is what we suggested. My audio possibly relevant with that. Clean up. Exactly as a big preventive incident.
Push me down, hold me down, spending another I wanna take your life. Give me, don't stop me. Hands on my neck, push it up. And I'll feel it now. Give me time. Give me with nothing when I go down. Force me down.
There is a proper way to install Python libraries and application to install them. Python visual environment whenever possible is external tools and Apex strongly recommends for installing application when you will primarily use install code from command line on Debian systems. Debian system built such as Ubuntu, you can Pipax using apt then Pipax, apt install Pipax, Pipax install. Install backup system by just breaking your system. I'll create a Python. Oh, Python. So what if we just copy this and copy this? Let's see if it works or not. Not really sure. I need to install pot audio, and that pot audio I didn't found. Let's see if this worked. Fine, works. Import wave. Fine, let's go. Let's go in. Import just rather file. Import by audio chunk. Rather copy that file. Experience in writing Python code. Dot f length point is less than 2. That's what I'm seeing, I guess. Use a space. I'm gonna go with that. Place biodiversity system resources by use biodiversity native processes. That wave dot open stream. Here we are creating. So if we say main.py and we give an argument, let's call it q.wave. This will play that. Fine. admin opens. This is dot rv. This means something. What the fuck is that? What it means? I'm not really sure. We'll do a research. Let's fuck around and find out what it does. Then we'll eventually learn. Stream equal to d dot d dot open is equal to d dot get get wf channels. We need to create channels, but fine. Create equal to wf get I think this is an input concept. Need output, obviously. Give that to let's go. While audio is playing, I think while length data wf dot read this jump
Add the sum to the product of these three. Add the sum to the product of these three.
If lengths are prime to please. Oh yeah, I know. Okay, I'm doing printf. What the fuck, man? It's not C. Everything is fine. Okay. I know what's going on. This is it. Yes. Okay. You need commas. You don't have commas. I think this is it. Here we go. Fucked. We are fucked. Line 12 in module with wave dot open. So yes. team is opening p dot open format for mbd p dot getting format from get wf dot get sample width fine channels wf get n channels. This is what I mean. Python trace back no reason call file and 12 module. RP, right? Yes. I might need to change the uh this wave file. Name. I think the format is wrong. The how it's supposed to take it. So not sure. Let's see if anything still is not working. Should we ask ChatGPT? No results on Python 3. What is it? I don't know. Just ChatGPT. Use AI anymore. Last time using AI. You figure it out. From now on, there's no sample, it's just sample it. Let's keep updating. Let's go here.
Add the sum to the product of these three.
If you can hear it, let's see.
Add the sum to the product of these three. Add the sum to the product of these three.
So it takes audio as an input. I think it's cheating that I used AI to debug this. You are running Python script that opens really fine. This means main module only supports PCM, compressed WAV files. Format code 6, which corresponds to 6 wave format A-long. Compressed format using A-long encoding. So Python wave module cannot take this compressed wave module. So we need to decompress this. Do we decompress this? We call PCM slice R6. What does this mean? Sample rate 44 gigabytes. Okay, fine, then we read right spectrum. Sample rate 5 frequencies. Frequencies time spectrogram. Signal spectrograms. Read file and get sampling frequency for 1 hertz and sound object. Sampling frequency, my sound. Wave.file, read my audio. Check if wave sound is 16-bit or 32-bit. 24-bit is not supported. Sound.dtype. The floating point values ranging from -1 to 1 as follows. Channel 506 by 2 or mono channels. Sound sheet, my sound dot sheet. Sample points, float my sound dot sheet. Signal duration, my sound dot sheet. Sampling frequency. If two channels, then select only one channel. Plotting the tone. We create the represented sound by plotting pressure values against the time. Create an array of sample pointed in one dimension. Time array equal to numpy dot arrange 0 sample points 1. Time array scale to milliseconds. I'm really hungry. How long did we stream too long? Right, 2 hours. Yeah, I think what happened was that my electricity just went out, and I promise you guys I didn't. It didn't. It's coming. Okay, okay, okay. So what happened is that the electricity just went out. And I take off my phone. Nothing moved. What I did was the only thing that I did here, I went through some Python docs. Yeah, so I went through Python docs and figured out this length of this thing. This is a random string. This is not ABC. It says that's not it. This is a random string. This is what I found. I feel like this function void fun zero. This is what creates our serial key. I feel because void fun creates fine. It returns something. Void fun returns something. Where are we calling this fun? And this is hallucinating clearly, but I think I should end this stream because I'm getting tired. I know we only streamed for 4 hours, but maybe tomorrow we'll do more. We'll play more CrackMe. Crack. I saw it for some time. Kind of. We'll finish this till tomorrow sometime. Well, bit by bit. We'll try and we'll do CrackMe keygen. Because engineer my own code by day 4 or day 5. We'll set up the lab. we should start to do some stuff. Static analysis with. So, I think we can finish this before daytime. I guess I'm not sure. We'll see. I think that's it for today. I think I want to sleep. I want to eat my food. It's already 11:24. Good luck to me. Wise man, wise please you have time. Good for your whole team. Six so spring. Fine, fine. I mean, take care. I know nobody's watching. So he's like, why am I doing this? It feels like an accountability. You know? I'm on the stream, so I have an obligation to finish what I started. So I have this something going on. You know? I think that's why people stream. People make videos. So let's have fun. Take care. Bye.